Motherfucker, I spilled the coffee on me.
Action.
Yo.
What's up, man? Episode number 20, Bloody Rootz Podkast. We are here.
Yeah, tune in for some fresh ass conversations
Yes, sir.
about some shit we might not be certain about, but it sure as hell will catch your attention.
We'll express our thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, right to it, dude. Last episode we talked about China potentially using chemical warfare tactics, like for example, that whole derailment shit. I always told you like that's kind of fishy to me. Like, why is all this shit happening all of a sudden in the country? Like, I think there was just another one again. I'm
Another
not sure.
derailment or like
Another
a spill?
like chemical release. But you had the one in Arizona, then you had the one in Ohio, which the Ohio one is a pretty big one right now. And then we were just talking about like last episode. You're like, dude, China really tried to jeopardize the United States, or do they really have an impact in the United States if they fucking cause something like that with like a chemical spill or something? And my answer was yes, for sure. Just because there is evidence to back that up, and you brought it up earlier. We were talking about Chernobyl. Now I'm not the biggest expert on Chernobyl and shit, but the basics are that they had an emergency plan on how to manage a situation if power went out, how they'd be able to handle that. Having the generators working and being able to contain everything. And
So it's kind of like a house, right? Like they needed a backup plan if the power or something goes out, so they have something cooling. You said the reactors.
Yeah. So check this out, dude. The power plant is literally, I mean, it's in the name. It consists of power. You know what I'm saying? You need electrical to run a facility like that. So if the facility goes out, you know what I'm saying? Shit stops working in the fashion it's designed to work. And when that starts happening, shit starts backfiring. And once that happens, dude, it's balls to the wall. You know what I mean? So like that's technically what happened in Chernobyl. Like I won't get into exact detail about it cuz I don't know it 100%, but I do know that it had to do something with the generators going out. And so then that means that the radiator, I don't know, dude. I don't know fucking
But dude,
engineering, but I know that the radiator, something with the radiator went bad, and dude, you started having explosions. And once you start having explosions in a power plant or like in a petrochemical plant, dude, you're not exploding just regular fucking burning fuel. You're exploding burning toxic chemicals that are like literally you won't even identify in the periodic table. So like that started happening, and then that was an extreme exposure to radiation. It's so extreme that it forced people out of that whole fucking city. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is chemical warfare like a thing? I think like, and I shouldn't even be pushing this honestly. I hope no one gets ideas, but like, I think it is, dude. I think it's like there's already nuclear bombs in every fucking city in the world, which is power plants. Those are like number one sources. Like people don't even need, all the people need to do is disrupt that, like just fuck with it, like a terrorist group attack a power plant, dude. You'll fuck some shit up.
But so power plants, aren't they super high security though, or are they pretty easily? We're literally creating like a plan for
I know
for
man.
fucking criminals,
you got
dude.
like a fucking a Taliban motherfucker.
Dude,
Fucking
we're not the only people that have talked about this, and I'm sure there's people that have actually had
extensive
ill
knowledge
will
on this.
and yeah.
Yeah, so like I think it would be hard, bro, because thank God we have a good nation that's pretty smart and pretty I guess militant, Like if a foreign country tried to send out a drone or like a plane or something to drop like an explosive on a power plant to make it blow up, like yes, like that would be a good way of doing it. But it's like good luck to that motherfucker trying trying to fly in American air zones. It's dude, like the only way it would work is how it happened in 9/11, a hijack or someone infiltrating the power plants. Someone
Yeah,
going in as a worker
it has to be within and completely like, yeah, completely like what do you call it? Fuck. I couldn't think.
incognito,
Yeah,
dude.
incognito. There you go.
Yeah, so like check this out. Like you would need to literally infiltrate the power plant industry, and you have to be a skilled worker to get in there. You have to know your craft. Unless you go in the lowest tier of the trades, or they might even fucking have someone study whatever they need to study to get into the power plants, like engineers, chemical engineers, or
And that's
laboratory people.
and that's years in the making. Like,
That's years in the making.
yeah.
But don't you think for a second that it's not a possibility?
Oh yeah.
Like, dude,
no.
there's people that, I mean, if they're willing to carry a bomb into a building and blow up, do you think that they're not willing to fucking study their ass off, ace the test, and be a qualified person for that industry? Like
Just to fuck shit up.
just to fucking carry on a plan, dude. It's very possible. It's kind of scary. So that's what I'm saying. Like chemical warfare, I think it could be a thing, bro. Honestly, I think it's very possible. It's creepy. Now it won't be like 1,000% effective. It won't wipe out like troops and shit like that. But you attack the homeland and you're fucking with people's homes. You're displacing people. You're creating chaos within the fucking home. So that's to me that's the best way of warfare. That's more like a espionage type of warfare. Like you're doing shit in secret and secretly disrupting the fucking nation. You do that, dude. I think, man, dude, that shit is solid. And who knows? There's probably people doing that already. Not necessarily here in the United States. Because the United States, dude, like, they don't fuck around, dude. They do have, like, a lot of security systems. And, like, if you go, like, in power plants near the... If you go to power plants near, like bodies of water and shit, like, they'll make you, like... it's backed up by the Coast Guard, like... There's a plant in Detroit, dude, that has like the Coast Guard. I mean the National Guard right there. So like they're pretty backed up for a reason. It's important, bro.
Because that's always a thought
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
that these countries can go at it, and that's a big target.
But imagine that's crazy, dude. Like I watched a couple shows about Chernobyl and shit, dude, and like there's people that live there.
Dude, like not to interrupt you, but last night the reason why I brought up Chernobyl today was because I had never really researched on it. I know it had to do with like a plant or something exploding, and I don't know if millions or thousands or whatever people that died or that were affected by it. But I watched a video on YouTube. It was literally like the people that were working on clearing the rubble and
The radiation
the
levels.
radiation and all that stuff. Dude, these poor people, like these guys sacrificed their lives to fucking
Yeah.
to clean this plant. Like literally, they initially they didn't want to put people in there, so they had these little like drone excavator things, like these almost like what they like rovers,
Yeah.
kind of like what they would use like on in space and shit. And they had that trying to clean, but dude,
Yeah,
the
dude, that
the pace
city's
that it was
fucked.
doing it, like it had to be, they needed manpower. So then they decided, okay, we're gonna send these guys to do this.
You can fact check this while I bring this up, but I think it's said that in order for that radiation to clear up, the amount of time it would take, dude, our great grandkids probably won't even be able to see that city
Fuck.
being rebuilt. I don't even want to search it up. Like, how long will it take for Chernobyl to radiation levels to clear to a safe atmosphere? Well, dude, that was pretty fucking insane. And like I said, all these big cities, dude, like Chicago, L.A., Houston, dude, all the cities in Texas, they'd be so fucked. There's so much radiation source right there from all those refineries and power plants and all that shit. It's like you could really fuck people up, man, and put them out of their homes, and they'd fucking have this war on lock from just fucking around doing shit like that.
So
Unfortunately,
check it out, dude. Scientists have previously said, due to the huge amount of contamination in the Chernobyl area, the exclusion zone will not be habitable for many, many years. Experts have said it will be at least 3,000 years for the area to become safe.
God damn. Okay.
While others believe this is too optimistic, so it could be even longer than that for that.
God damn, dude. I was totally wrong. All right, great. Yeah,
I said something about
I know, man. Shit. Like, imagine it'd be nice go over there and like how they paint it in the movies. Like, you get exposed to radiation, like fucking Fantastic Four and shit. You turn to fucking
No.
Mr. Flexi Man, you know. Yeah, dude, that's not how it happens though. But all right, a little change in topic real quick. I was listening to some music last night. You know, I love hip hop. Hip hop that's my shit. You know, I've had so many arguments with my brother-in-law. It's a non-stop, ongoing argument. Now, Chicago people, I feel like we're kind of divided. Half of Chicagoans will lean more on gangsta rap.
Hip hop heads, right? Yeah.
No, like half Chicagoans will lean gangsta rap, West Coast. And the other half are East Coast, like hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So it's so cliche, so typical for me to even say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Like, for example, like obviously you'd say Biggie New York, right? Like Biggie East Coast and shit. And then you would say like fucking Tupac West Coast, Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and all that shit. Which they got some bangers, dude. No doubt about it. But I guess my argument about that is like I always said like I feel like my brother-in-law tried telling me that gangsta rap is hip hop. But I don't feel like that's hip hop.
Yeah, no, dude, because I feel like the reason why, like, say, like, groups like Wu-Tang Clan resonate, I think, a little bit better with us is because, I don't know, they're coming from a place of the streets, like, something reality, like...
Dude, I gotta disagree with you right there.
No?
West Coast too, dude?
No, but
come on.
Here, the reason... So, this is where... Okay, this is why I won't... I think the reason why we don't gravitate towards... Me and you specifically.
Yeah.
Towards West Coast... Those people got sunlight year round, dude. They got it good. When you're East Coast guys, they gotta deal with the elements of, like we're dealing with summer, fall, spring, winter. I know
humid, gray ass
you're
skies,
dealing,
right?
Yeah, you're dealing with different weather. You're dealing like your environment's way different than.
So you feel like we're more a depressed culture. In reality, it's the truth.
I think it's not that we're more depressed. We've been in more adversity. I feel
but that
like.
is my argument, though.
But,
I think we are more depressed.
But I think there's more adversity in the sense of that. I'm talking about like the environment when it comes to like climate, weather, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because California, obviously, you could be in a rough neighborhood, bad environment. Yeah, that's different.
Okay, but check this out. Check out California culture. It's sunny. Everyone's happy. The cholos are working out outside and shit. You know, everyone's
like
dancing.
That's a huge
turning
plus,
up.
dude.
They got the funk. They got this. They got that. They're all you know here and there. And then you got the East Coast and like Chicago, and like Philly and all that shit. Well, I don't know Philly too much, but I still think the East Coast is still more like of a darker, grayer skies.
Gritty, yeah.
We ain't
like
sunny like that. We ain't sunny, which is, I'm not no hate towards Cali or nothing.
Not
like
at
that.
all, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that I feel like the sort of environment and like you said, like climate wise, like does affect your personality, your productivity, what you do. Now I'm not saying I like East Coast more. I like East Coast music more. I do. I really do. I love East Coast hip hop. Like I'll jam to some fucking Gangstar all day long. I fucking love
dude.
Gangstar, Nas, dude. Dude, I fucking love Nas. Nas is the shit, dude. Now, do I listen? The only time I see me listening to some West Coast, maybe we were like skateboarding, and I'm feeling really like adrenaline pump, like fuck yeah, like I'm feeling like jacked. We're like, oh, let's do it. Like yeah, I jammed to like, you know, like some fucking NWA or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Shit, dude. Because I'm thinking right now like of West Coast rappers and hip hop artists that I listen to, it's very little, dude. It's literally it's like Midwest
Yeah.
to East Coast.
Exactly. So who do you listen to from the West Coast?
Who do I listen to?
Yes.
Well, this is a more
Oh,
prominent
I know.
guy.
I know who you like.
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg. Ah.
No, so Snoop Dogg, I like the Doggy Style album.
That's about it.
That's the shit, dude.
Yeah.
The Shiznit, yeah, like.
Really?
Man, come on.
I don't know, dude. I'm not a big fan of Snoop Dogg.
Just listen
He
to.
does have some good ones.
Listen
though.
to how he was rapping and the era that he was rapping. Dude, he's one of the best. And when it comes to West Coast hip hop.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, like
I mean, a lot of people do give him
he was
that
very
credit.
smooth, like yeah, his style obviously it descended from Slick Rick and like older guys that were in the game.
But he was sounding like really confident in his rhyming, right? Like he was vibing to it.
Yeah, like his influence is Slick Rick. You've heard of Slick Rick, right?
Yeah, a little bit, not much. Honestly.
He's the one that has that song with I want to say it's with Dougie Fresh.
Dude, okay. I gotta correct myself.
Yeah.
So what's old school to some people is old school is like if I'm talking to like a 30-year-old cat or like a 40-year-old cat and I tell them like, oh, I listen to old school hip hop, they're thinking like well, more towards the 40-year-olds, right? They're thinking like Grandmaster Flash type of shit.
Oh, East Coast, yeah.
I do like some Grandmaster Flash. There's a song called White Lines. I think it's pretty sick.
Dude, yeah.
White Lines.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty dope.
And that song has a story. It's a story about
sounds like cocaine to me.
and turning to crack. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool. But so yeah, like I do like some Grandmaster Flash, and I do got a lot more to learn of other ones. And I know there's like Big Daddy Kane, and I know there's like Rakim and shit.
No half stepping.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Smooth Operator. I thought that one was pretty cool.
That's a Big Daddy Kane song.
Yeah, on the Smooth Operator. All right, but yeah, dude, like I just feel like for me, what I classify as old school would be like I said, for me, like what I think is old school is like Nas, Mobb Deep, fucking Biggie, Gangstar,
All East Coast.
Wu-Tang. Yeah. Well, obviously, I mean, hip hop, you know, to me hip hop is East Coast, bro. I just don't feel like West Coast is hip hop. I feel like it's gangsta rap, which is its own entity, which is still great.
Yeah.
But for me, I will not classify it as hip hop. But my brother-in-law, his argument is that Biggie is gangsta rap.
No.
But I mean, if you think
It's
about it in
not,
a
dude.
literal term,
Yeah.
it is. But I'm like, bro, and this is his argument. He's like, bro, he's rapping about drug dealing and he's rapping about this, he's rapping about that. But I'm like, bro, he's rapping about drug dealing and this and that. I was like, but what is Nas then? What is Nas? What is Mobb Deep? What is Wu-Tang? He's like, hip hop. Exactly. They're rapping about the same shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Cream? Living in the world no different from myself. Why is he in the cell? Because he's doing some gangster shit, bro.
Yeah.
They're all drug dealing. They're slanging. They're hustling and shit, you know? So I'm like, for me.
But there's something about the West Coast hip hop that it's more like flash and I don't know, something. Yeah, the energy is way different, dude.
The only one I could say, like, fuck, my favorite of the West Coast. Can you give a guess?
Your favorite of the West Coast.
Yeah,
You think I'll get it right?
probably. I hope.
Shit.
Who, dude? Oh, man, you're going to feel silly after I tell you this.
No, I don't know.
Cypress Hill, dude? I love Cypress Hill. And then I actually feel like Cypress Hill does have like some East Coast sort of sound to it a little bit. They do have like a mix of both. But I feel like it's like if East Coast had a baby with the West Coast, that was Cypress Hill. And that's what I probably like about them the most.
Honestly, yeah, I think Cypress Hill, they stand out when it comes to the West Coast.
Why is it? And this is what I was saying. Like, what makes East Coast hip hop different from West Coast? Is it like the East Coast? I feel like they might have integrated like maybe like jazz and like, you know, like
Dude, I think what I said from the beginning about the difference in your environment, not only like the city that you live in, but just in general of climate and everything, I think that has a huge fucking factor in how they express themselves and how they create music. It's like Wu-Tang, you listen to it and it's got like a dungeony sound. Like it's got like a, dude, I don't know.
Chinese.
No, I mean it has the Chinese influence, but that during that like, especially East Coast, there was a huge around when the Bruce Lee era and all that stuff, the black communities and a lot of what is it, Puerto Rican, a lot of those
Like Haitians.
A lot of those communities, they that was a huge influence. Those Asian movies, those kung fu movies. So that's where Wu-Tang, where the RZA, I'm sure, and all those guys, they got that influence a lot because they watched those movies. Probably growing up, a lot of Bruce Lee and a lot of kung fu movies.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, okay, like, well, that's more like in a narrowing it down, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, for example, okay, and I'm kind of gonna push the same route too, but like Big L, you hear the fucking.
Oh yeah, there's jazz. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And like, I feel like when I think of New York hip hop, I think of jazz. I just really do, honestly. I don't know why. I think of jazz. You be hearing piano.
That's true.
You hear like the sax.
Like the what's that song?
Ebonics or which one?
Boom, boom. The Nas song. I think it's a Q-Tip beat. Q-Tip from a tribe called Quest produced that beat. What Nas song is it? I forgot.
Represent.
It's a very popular song. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Nah, dude.
That has jazz. It's all the song.
Well, yeah, a lot of their music has that, like Lauryn Hill and the Fugees and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, and then when you listen to like West Coast.
Well, that's has R&B too.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, that's right. So like, for me, East Coast is like jazz, R&B, and like a mix of all those together, right? And I feel like West Coast is straight up funky, like it's funky as hell, which is dope, cause funk is pretty sick.
Yeah.
But like, you never heard it before on fucking rap, on hip hop like that. Oh, not like how they did it. You know what I'm saying? They found a way to really integrate funk with like with rap and shit, and it fucking came out good.
Well,
but I feel like that's what separates West Coast from the East Coast, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
have you heard "The Breaks" by Curtis Blow?
Why I've heard it.
Ooh, badass song, dude. That's like the original like hip hop right there. That song, dude. It goes these are the breaks.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's dope. But yeah, it's weird because I feel like old school hip hop, like old school was like a mix of house music and rapping and shit. Dude. But then it turned into something else. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, it all depends who you ask and what. But like hip hop, it goes from like fucking 70s. It was like mixing disco house music with like rapping and shit. That was like the first stage of like hip hop, and then it turned to something else, which was what I kind of loved a lot, which was the influence of like the piano, the sax, like shit 90s, like that.
The sampling.
Like, yeah, the sampling, but like with the whole like jazz influence though, not so much more anymore like fucking Sugar Hill Gang and bullshit like that, Like no, like I'm talking about like fucking straight up.
Hey,
like,
come on, how you gonna talk smack about Sugar Hill Gang, dude? That's
they got a song that's pretty cool.
That's an iconic song, dude.
It is. But I seen like this documentary on of hip hop, and it actually sheds light on Sugar Hill, and they're not the most respectable people, I think.
At least that song. What is it? I said the hip hop. That one.
Yeah,
that's the most influential song.
For sure.
Yeah,
but you know why it is? It's because that's kind of like that's what they wanted you to feel. That's what corporate wanted you to listen to.
That's a funk.
They didn't want you to listen.
Funk beat right there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that was like from what I understand, that was like a mainstream idea for hip hop. That's where corporate wanted to push hip hop towards that direction.
Oh, yeah.
So that wasn't like
it was
truly
like disco funk kind
of.
Yeah,
but that wasn't truly like, that was like a mainstream version, bro. It wasn't like they weren't really putting real lyricists out there and showing off their great lyrical talent. They put someone a hip hop like versus someone really being lyrical.
Yeah.
And showing like, dude, imagine, like I said, back to the times, dude. In those times, dude, they didn't want blacks to shine. Now you put a black man out there sounding lyrical as fuck. What do you think when you hear someone that's super lyrical? I'm like, man, this guy sounds super educated. He sounds really intelligent. It's inspirational.
Or have you listened to? I don't know if this was before or after, but have you listened to the Isley Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ,
R&B.
dude. Jesus Christ. The fucking music these guys were writing, dude. Just the song "Footsteps in the Dark"
Yeah, I think I've heard
and "Between the Sheets." Like these are songs that were sampled for, what is it? Big Papa.
Yeah.
That's "Between the Sheets" that they sampled. Jesus Christ! Listen to the lyrics in those songs, dude. I mean, they're sexual songs, some of them.
Yeah.
But they're like, that was another level, dude.
Yeah.
Of just production of music, and you feel that shit,
dude. Mos Def, Aretha Franklin,
Oh, he uses her.
Miss Fat Booty.
I've listened to the song, but I don't remember what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta listen to it.
Yeah.
I know I can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sick as fuck. That's what I'm saying. For me, East Coast, no doubt.
And it's funny,
You
that
got
song,
me.
when the beginning, you don't expect that beat to drop like that, dude. It's
Oh,
so badass.
Dude, I love like that. I mean, that song Auditorium. It sounds like an Egyptian. They use like Egyptian fucking background music too. Or
Most
something.
Def songs, I think that's one of his biggest or most iconic song, right? Auditorium.
Is it? I don't know. I was scrolling through his music and I clicked Auditorium because it just brought back memories of me in high school and shit. And I listened to it. I'm like, man, this is a banger, dude. Or Respiration with Black Star.
Oh, the Black Star album.
They're painting the trains in the morning and shit. That's what they're doing. And I'm like, man, this brings back memories like me painting with my homies and shit. Like that song, it just brings you a vibe, dude. Like it's very artistic. That's what I'm saying. I feel like West Coast, dude, is straight up party shit. Like we're here to party. We're here to drink. It's dope as fuck though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's an awesome vibe. So like if you want to party and shit, you want to get fucked up, you want to be with your homies, you want to drink, have a crazy ass vibe,
dude.
Cali music, dude.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Yeah, exactly.
Laid back.
Yeah,
dude.
horny fucking horniness and just
party time, yeah?
Joy time. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And hip hop is more like you're in an artistic vibe. I'm telling you, when I listen to hip hop, I feel like I'm a fucking those artists that go bananas and start throwing the paint at the big ass canvas on the wall and just get lost into the music and shit. That's how I feel when I listen to hip hop on the East Coast.
Dude, it's so crazy.
Like MF Doom, dude, bro. Forget about it. Gas Straws, man. That guy is just fucking insane. I'm not saying I'm a fan of all his music, but
my favorite
he
song
got some
all
good
time
ass songs.
by him is One Beer, dude.
Yeah? I can't remember that one. Doomsday's good.
There's only one beer left.
Fuck, I can't.
Rapper screaming in all in our ears like we're deaf.
Damn, I can't think of that one. No, it's not ringing. But what about Friends? That's a good one.
What's another one? He's got a lot.
Well, yeah, Doomsday, Gas Straws.
The ones that he has with
Rhymes Like Dimes
with Madlib.
Have you heard Rhymes Like Dimes or no?
I don't know. I don't know if I've heard it.
No, dude, I'm gonna put you on.
I like those songs like Cells. I'm drawing blanks because he has so many like weird names to his songs.
I know, dude. This is like those awkward ass moments where like the other day I went to the store, for example, right?
Yeah.
With my wife, we went to fucking Office Depot or whatever, and my wife, ever since she got with me, dude, I ain't gonna lie, she's been wearing like band tees more and shit. Cause all I wear is like band tees. Like I don't even give a fuck about no brand shit, nothing. I'll just get my band tees, the bands I like, and I think that's pretty fucking gnarly for me. So like we went to Office Depot and shit, and my wife had My Chemical Romance shirt.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude.
Which My Chemical Romance album or?
I have no fucking clue. I don't know. I don't really listen to My Chemical Romance, but I think like it was that whole Black Parade. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that was like their biggest album. Yeah,
that was like that's an actual song too, right? Black Parade or whatever.
Yep.
So like, dude, the guy was like, "Oh shit, you got," just like Adam called him one day, MCR. He's like, "Oh shit, MCR." He's like, "What's your favorite song?" And my wife looked at me, and I'm like, don't you fucking look at me. That's not my band.
Oh.
I'm like, you could ask me about System of a Down, Korn, some Lamb of God. I don't know shit about no fucking MCR.
You guys got silenced, huh?
And then she's all like, I think she tried saying that she was wearing my shirt or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not my shirt. Don't do this shit with me,
Oh
girlfriend.
damn, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
dude.
be ready when you're wearing
Yeah,
a
dude.
band tee.
But it's the thing is though, dude, when they ask you something on the spot, like you kind of like fucking freeze. I'm like, oh fuck, you know?
But if it's one of your favorite bands, you're not gonna draw a blank.
No. Well, System of a Down, dude. I could tell you like fucking 40 songs, and
Yeah.
I know what each song sounds like
Yeah.
because I've listened to it like 1,000 times, dude. Even the weirdest, most underrated songs, I could recognize them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like MF Doom, I'm into him. I like a lot of his music, but I have to be like, I'll put like his album and shuffle, and I'll just jam to it, and I'm vibing with the song, and I'll check it out, and then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll try to remember this song, you know, and then I'll hear it like time and time and time again. There's a song called too, "Go with the Flow," fucking badass song.
Oh, by Queens of the Stone Age.
No, dude, MF Doom.
Oh, I can go with the flow.
Nah, Queens of the Stone Age are cool too, though. They got some cool songs. I can't think of them, but like I said, I know who they are.
I thought
It
about
might be
you.
confusing with Arctic.
I
Monkeys
thought about
sometimes.
you yesterday because I heard a song called it's by Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Women.
Oh yeah, I
It
heard that
starts
one.
off with the cowbell, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the beginning.
Yeah, I know. You showed me that one. Now that you mentioned honky tonk, I was talking about this weekend, dude. I'm like, man. Well, this week, I'm like, man, dude. I was scrolling through my fucking YouTube, right, and then I seen this short of Wheeler Walker Jr. Dude, he's fucking funny, bro.
Dude, I've been telling you about him.
You did, right? And
yeah,
actually,
I sent you the song a long time ago. That's called "God Told Me to Fuck You."
yeah. I was,
Dude.
and I put that on my story already on Snapchat. That's fucking hilarious,
But
dude.
the one that you sent me was "I Like Smoking Pot a Lot." That's a badass song.
That's
dude.
a badass song. I'm like, god damn. I
And
was
the
like,
solo.
dude, you know what's fucked up, bro? Like everyone, like this is what I hate about mainstream, bro. Mainstream makes you think that whatever they have out there is the only option, the best option. And bro, I'm gonna
There's
tell
so
you
much
this.
you're missing out on.
I'm gonna tell you this, dude. It's not the only option. There is so much more. Like when I thought about country, I thought about Miley Cyrus' dumbass dad and shit.
And there's some people that they don't want anything deeper, dude. They want just on the surface, dude. They don't want to dive deeper into. They just want.
Well, I feel like that's trendy people.
They just want some basic shit to get them through the day. They don't want. I don't know. I don't. It's just a.
Do you think that's trendy people, or do you think that, or I mean, it's kind of unfair for me to say that because it's either your taste or not. It's
Yeah,
what you
'cause
want to listen to, or no, there's no right or wrong, right?
There
But
isn't, because you can come. You'll come off as like a pretentious asshole if you're like, oh, you listen to Miley Cyrus. I listen to Mobb Deep. I listen to this.
I listen to Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yeah,
and they're like, okay, name
I'm
me
more
10 songs.
interesting. Like,
Yeah, I know. Like you're more adverse, right? Like,
yeah, and I have the issue where with music, dude. I'm so. It's not that I'm. I guess I'm not picky because I listen to everything, right?
yeah,
But because I listen to everything, I feel like I can distinguish when a song is kind of too overproduced and too.
like it's generic as fuck.
Yeah, it's too watered down.
Yeah, well, that's what you get on the radio a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, like it's. But is that just our head because we're so?
No, I think you're catching on to producers.
Yeah.
So what happens is like, and it's like listen to Prince or like all these older cats talk. Back then, they would let them sing more of what they wanted to sing, you know. But obviously, it came with the whole thing that the labels, the record companies, they fuck them, you know. They'd keep their artistic ability retained and get everything out of it.
That's why Prince owned all his shit.
Yeah, for sure. He was smart, but not a lot of people are smart like that. So what happens though is that, like, a lot of artists, they make a song that's catchy, and the label or the record company will probably be like, "Oh yeah, he sounds like he'll be good, but he's gonna be good under my terms, what I'm gonna want him to sing." And then when you're like, "Oh man, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Like that just sounds generic." That's because it is generic.
They're
That
being
person
told. They're
is-
being told to
they're
sing
being-
a certain
Exactly.
way, and
You could distinguish originality, and that's what I think you're describing.
yeah,
But you
because
don't know
sometimes, because sometimes I feel like, damn, I'm being a dick, you know. But it just like it kills me so much when I hear a shitty fucking song
Yeah.
that people are enjoying.
Or like you could tell right away, like I love Biggie to death, and Juicy was a good ass song, but like I feel like that was P Diddy, that wasn't Biggie.
Oh yeah, no. There's a lot of songs like Biggie, obviously, that were they're chart toppers. They're like the
that
like,
was Diddy just hustling and trying to get
being
what he
smart,
could out of it.
being a businessman. It's
Being
the
a
same thing.
businessman,
50 Cent does the same shit, dude. He's like, I want to produce straight bangers, and he said the same shit to Danny Brown. I think something about music, like, oh no, you want like this is a business. Like when you're in the business of music, the only way you're gonna make money is by making bangers. And that guy's a businessman. Obviously, he's fucking rich.
Jay-Z must have seen it the same way then.
Yeah, they utilized it. Obviously, they're iconic, and they had their moment where they were like, "Oh, this is some badass shit." But they went to the point where like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna utilize this shit to the max. And some guys, like, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm that type, dude, where I don't like to sell myself, out or whatever. Like, it's just inside of me. It bothers me for some reason.
For sure.